Time to rejoin the conversation. And we are back. And okay, here we go. Party politics. But actually today it's not politics that we're going to talk about. Normally we talk about politics, but with everything going on in the world, I thought it was a good time to just stop and count our blessings. So we're going to go around the table and we're just going to talk about some of, a few of the things that, we're most thankful for at this, point in time in our life, this point in time of the year. And I've been starting with Big Dave. You know what? And I will continue. What are you thankful for?
The panel knows me. Like some folks out in podcastland know me now. That I'm thankful for my life. I really am. I had a tough go when I was young, and I ended up homeless at one time, and on the streets of New Orleans was not a good place to be homeless. And just the adventure of my life. I was up in Kirksville for Thanksgiving, where my mother and my sister lived. Mm-hmm. It was up in northeast Missouri, at home at Truman University. And I flunked out of college. I played some football, and then I flunked out of college, drugs, and kind of everything downward spiral from there. And I was thinking to myself, I said, what if I knuckled under and got this done and studied? I went back to college classes when I was up in my upper 20s and got A's on them. I passed them with flying colors. It wasn't because I was stupid, it was because I was stoned. But what would my life been like if I, had gone through and got a degree and all that? And I caught myself laughing at myself. I said, you dumbass, you would have screwed up the journey.
Yeah.
And I would have.
Amen.
My journey is what it is. From coming in a lot of different ways, and ended up getting in the oil field and traveling all over the world and got paid for it. And all kinds of crazy, experiences in life early on. That I married a wonderful woman, 35 years down the road, and still married to her, and she hasn't killed me yet. She's tried. But, you look at that, and I'm at an age where I'm almost 60 now, so you start looking back on life a little bit. You start reminiscing a little bit, And we just lost her parents this last year, and I only have one parent left. And you start thinking about things a little differently as you get older. I understand when my grandparents were, as they were reminisce about things. And you do, you start looking back on your life because you realize your mortality is not that far away.
Yeah.
If you lived to 80, that's 20 years down the road for me, 21 years down the road for me. If I lived to 90, it's still only 30. Exactly. Well, that's still only a third of my life. If I'm 60 and I lived to 90, I've only lived a third. That's only a third of my life. I've already lived 2/3 of it. And chances of me getting to 90 are pretty slim and none. I'll be a little bit pissed if I get there because I'll be in so much pain by then. But there's my thankfulness and the people I've met along my journey, and how many of those people are still part of my life. My best friend that I knew from grade school is still part of my life. We haven't had a lot of tragedy in the family. Everybody's basically lived their lives out and died. My dad died young. And you look at that, and that's a pretty thankful thing. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in our daily lives that we forget to realize how blessed we really are. Now, and I had something interesting happen over the holiday weekend. I have some Latino workers that work for me, and they're good men. I like them. They wanted to work on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I said, this ain't going to fly.
Right.
So we're not going to work Thanksgiving. You can come out and work Friday, and Chris will work Saturday. My foreman said he'd work both days. We demanding job with a demanding customer. So they didn't show up on Friday, most of them. So I showed up at 6:30 this morning and seen who come in on time. Fortunately, all but one came in on time. So I was pleased with that. But then we had a little talk. I said, you realize Thanksgiving is our American holiday. And we have it for a reason, because we are very thankful that we live in this place. And if you've traveled overseas at all, you understand that very well.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in the tourist areas, I can promise you that. When you're in South America, Middle East, Indonesia, and the places I was, you ain't hanging out in a nice place. So I said to him, I said, you know, you guys wanted to work on Thanksgiving, well, that's our holiday. Now, a lot of you guys have immigrated from Mexico. Some of you were born here in America, but you're still of Mexican descent.
Right.
Think about this. You're here for a reason. It ain't so good where you were. You're here because this is where it gives you the best opportunity to succeed. And I'm here to provide you with that opportunity as best as I possibly can. I need to pay you a good wage. I need to pay you a fair wage. I need to try to spur you to be productive, to spur you to go further in the company and provide a living for your family. And if you want to, you can even send money back to Mexico and take care of your family down there because you're here. That's why we don't work on Thanksgiving. But if you say you're going to be here on Friday, then you need to be here on Friday.
Amen.
Yep. I said, that's what I expect of you. He said, there's no maybes. You giving Chris a hard time because he wasn't going to work on Thanksgiving.
Right.
You need to understand our holiday. Plus, I told every one of you I wanted some turkey tamales, and not a one of you made me turkey tamales. So they may have been really bad, but at least I wanted to try one. So what I'm trying to install in them is the thankfulness for where we live in America, with all of our warts and all of our problems. It is still, it's still the shit.
It's still the shit. Yeah.
It's still the shit.
Absolutely. Brain mass? What are we feeling thankful for?
He's thankful for that beautiful woman that's going to be a doctor.
Yeah, she's calling me right now.
There you go.
Where'd you go?
I agree with Big Dave that, there's a lot of times we're just focused on the day-to-day stuff, and we don't actually step back to be thankful for kind of the big picture thing. And
your father died young, but I remember you telling me a story. You were thankful because he would get off work at night and be with you at breakfast in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, he would every morning that he could.
Every morning, so you got to talk to Pop before you went off your daily at school, and it was just a good day to start your day because you got to catch up with you.
Yeah,
that was always very impressed me as a story right there.
Yeah, and that was, I think about that pretty often, and it's with the daily stuff. I guess I'd say that I'm thankful for. I don't know really how to put it into like a word, maybe events, but so this past week, I'll just give some examples. This past week I had a friend that said, hey, I'm really kind of going through this tough time. He's kind of struggling with his relationship, and he's not sure what he wants to do in life and that kind of thing. He's wondering if he needs a big change. He's like, hey, will you come spend some time with me over here and just hang out? And so there's that. My mom's going through some health issues right now. My family's calling me, hey, we really want you down here. Come spend some time with us. I'm kind of trying to figure out some Christmas shopping for friends and family and that kind of thing, and so got to plan that. My boss is having a holiday party here in a few weeks on a weekend, and so I got to plan some time to make it over there. It's a bit of a drive, and so there's all these things that are coming up, and all these events. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, but they're all events that can feel overwhelming to try to plan, figure out how am I going to make all this happen. But if I take a step back and I look at it and say, this is actually a blessing, because all these people want me to be part of their lives. And I should be very thankful that that's, I mean, the fact that it's tough to figure out how I'm going to fill the calendar, place each thing because it's so full, is actually a very good thing. I'm very blessed for it, and I'm thankful for it.
Amen. It's funny. The older you get, the more, and you really do appreciate, like I say, the friends and the family wanting you around.
You count your blessings.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you ended up being a black sheep like me.
Hey.
I'm kidding.
Hey.
Well, one time I probably was, but.
Anonymous female?
I mean, it's kind of along the same lines. It's just, I'm thankful that, I have family and friends that care about me and I care about them, and, just.
Well, look at your children.
Yeah.
I met your daughter, and it's pretty cool.
Well, and you've met my son.
I met your son too,
Yeah.
And they have their own personalities, and they're fairly strong in their personalities, imagine that. And they are self-confident in themselves. That's pretty cool stuff, Jack.
It is. It is. And it's just, I'm thankful for what I have. Not everybody does.
Amen.
We got her going, podcast land.
It's all right.
That's all right.
It's all right. Well, I said we encourage a tear or two around here.
It's good to have a tear or two.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about this, not even necessarily as a podcast subject, but I was just thinking about it in general, probably starting maybe even the day before Thanksgiving. I was starting to think about just being thankful for things and wondering what people are thankful for. And I definitely know it to kind of pair it, everybody at the table. I'm definitely thankful for good friends. I'm thankful for family. I'm thankful for having genuine love in my life. I'm thankful for a kid who sometimes drives me nuts, but I love her dearly, and she's actually grown into quite a young lady that's very strong in what she believes in life, and I'm thankful. I'm actually thankful for this show and the opportunity to share in the way that we've been sharing now for a couple of years, and I'm really looking forward to some things that I want to do with the show in the coming year that I think will enhance the experience, and I'm thankful for like old friends, like while I was in Chicago over the holiday, and I didn't get a chance to see as many friends as I wanted to see. Several of them were, had the flu and all that kind of stuff, so I didn't get a chance to see people. But a couple people I did get to see, were really genuine friends. One of my homegirls, she gave me one of the roses that was at my pop's funeral. She she saved it, and she took a picture that I had posted on Facebook, and she dried the rolls and had that photo of Pop and the rolls shadow boxed for me, and that was, that was really touching, because, like I say, only like your real friends who really know what is important to you would even think to do something like that. I saw one of my boys from high school that like we generally try to see each other once a year, but we, when I'm in town for whatever, but the last couple of years, he was sick the last couple of years, and but
we saw him at your pop's funeral.
We saw him at the funeral. That was the last time I saw him, but we got a chance to hang out and just go get a couple drinks and bullshit, and that was just a good time hanging out.
Have a couple drinks.
Yeah, and I also think about the new friends that I've met, since I've been here in Kansas City, and how, each one of those people have enriched my life in very different ways, present company definitely included. And, I realize that I'm really thankful for a lot of stuff. And I thought that, we definitely could have done a show talking about, the politics of the day.
I'm thankful we didn't.
Yes, but I'm thankful we didn't. I'm thankful that we decided to, end the year on, on a positive note. And I hope that everybody out there in podcast land, I hope you know that I'm thankful for all of you guys, all of the listeners out there.
I'm gonna give a shout out to like Adrian, and Jordan, and Chris O'Connor. Adrian and I sat down and had a drink after the last week's show, and talking about what he's doing and what's going on. And these are the relationships that we formed being on the panel, because we all have our different views and different things, and we all come together. I'm thankful for the panel too, because we all enlightened each other in many ways.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's a pretty cool thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I've got, friends here. I've got, some good friend or two in Chicago that, I'm able to talk to get really good advice and perspective. And so, yeah, I'm thankful for quite a bit. And before everybody gets sappy, I want to end this.
I think it's too late.
I'm going to end this section, and with that, we'll be right back. Hey, you having a good time? Let me introduce you to a couple of my media brothers. First, www.americathemixtape.com, a cipher on American politics, society, and culture. And where'd I get that mixtape? Of course, www.cornerbodega.us, purveyors of urban culture. Come on, let's get back to the party. Okay, and we are back. And before we get out of here, let's talk about today's sugar honey iced tea. For those that don't know, these are things that I or a member of the group have found that are really cool, aka the shit. And today's sugar honey iced tea is time spent with loved ones. If you're anything like all of us on the panel, you're busy, and there's just not enough hours in the day to get everything done that you want to get done. But when you get the opportunity to spend time with loved ones, time to spend with people that you care about and that care about you, that is always good. And of course, with just coming out of the Thanksgiving holiday, that's really what made me think about it. And I was went to Chicago to visit my mom, and so on Thanksgiving Day, I'm sitting there and I'm.
By the way, Mario's mom rocks. She's a cool woman.
well, thank you, and I will make sure that she gets said compliments because she likes said compliments. So I'm sitting there, and I'm looking around the room, and it was my mom, my aunt, my little cousin who's 23 now, so she's not little anymore. My other uncle and aunt, and you know, just as we were just laughing and talking, you know, just, you know, you remember how, you know, kind of just how good it feels just to be in a room full of, you know, people that you love and that love you too, and. You know, and to tell you the truth, I get the same feeling, you know, when I'm with the anonymous female and we're over with her family, because they're all, you know, really good folks and they're really good to me. And, you know, but I want to just say to everybody out there in podcast land, never take for granted the opportunity to spend time with loved ones, and that could even be, you know, your good friends. But, you know, take that time, spend that time, because that time is way more fleeting and way more precious.
What did they say? Nobody ever dies saying, "I wish I would have worked more." Oh
yeah, absolutely.
And it enriches you.
It definitely enriches you.
It enriches you, and anytime we can be enriched.
Yeah. You know, and
that's a good time to be.
Exactly, and to tell you the truth, that is the very reason that, you know, that this company is named what it's named. You know, the Good Times with Good People company is about spending time and enjoying time with, you know, with those people that enrich your life. You know, and you know, and it doesn't matter if you're sitting around, you know, having food, you're sitting around having drinks, you're sitting around playing games, you're sitting around shooting shit.
Drop the drama, damn it.
Please
drop
the drama and just
have fun
and just have a good time and be with those people that want to be with you. And with that, this is the last show of 2017. So we will see you again. There'll probably be some reruns posted online for the next few weeks, but we will see you again, hopefully with a full, strong panel again on January the 8th. So please enjoy the holiday season, enjoy it safely and responsibly, and remember to have a good time with good people. And that leads me to the toast that started it all for me, to good times with good people.
Hilly Billy!